I didn't think that the Lakers. I didn't think we were ever gonna win again, man. But but boy, was I wrong, boy. I genuinely thought that it was over, but boy, oh boy, are the Lakers back, my dog? The Lakers are back, my dog. The Lakers, the team that y'all thought was gonna be done, finished, over, finito. Oh my.
We motherfucking back, y'all. We back with another live stream. We back with another episode, and we back as a motherfucking Lakers fan. We motherfucking back. Now, I'm here to get my thoughts off on this trade deadline, man. And I'm just saying, man, the Lakers won this trade deadline. I don't give a fuck what none of y'all say. A plus, man. I don't know what else y'all could say. I don't know what else there is to say, man. The Lakers won the trade deadline. We're gonna get into this, man. If y'all like it, man, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, turn post notifications on. We're gonna keep doing these live streams and episodes every single week, man. And I hope more of y'all join, because again, we're gonna be doing this every single week. But we're gonna get right into this, man. The Lakers get rid of Russ, man. He's off the team. He's out of here, man. He's on the Jazz, but I don't even know if he's going to suit up for the Jazz, man. But all I care about is he's not on my team. I got nothing against Russ, the person. I got everything against Russ, the player. Because, man, I don't know what there is to say, bro. Russ was terrible on the Lakers. He was terrible. Yeah, he had a few good games here and there, but he was terrible most of the time. Most of the time, he was terrible. And I mean, like, it was just too much inconsistent play from him, and that is not how you're gonna get it done. It's just not. If you want to win championships, you got to be consistent, and you got to sacrifice. And he was not sacrificing whatsoever, man. He was not sacrificing whatsoever, man. He's out of here. That's just, so it's a addition by subtraction at its finest, man. Rob pulled off a heck of a steal, man. And I mean, like, you can do nothing but credit him, because I'm gonna be honest, bro. I was slandering him the whole season, man, and it was warranted. It was definitely warranted. But he came through. He came through at the trade deadline, bro. Like, well, I was in class. Actually, I was in class after I did the last week's live stream, and after I was talking shit and how I was saying they needed to get a trade, and I got the notification that there was trade negotiation or trade talks, that it was Russell for D'Angelo Russell, and I lost my shit, bro. I almost walked out of class, bro, because, bro, that was not what I was expecting when I said we need a trade. I meant, like, trade at, like, any cost. I assumed there was something on the table, like Mike Conley type shit. But no, we got better. We got something better. We got D'Lo. Ice in my motherfucking veins, D'Lo. Like, beautiful trade, man. Beautiful trade. I'm gonna talk more about that trade and all the others later on, because I'm gonna grade every single team that made a trade during the trade deadline. So I'm gonna get more into that about all that shit later. However, man, before we get off of this topic, man, I just want to say, man, in case it has not been clear, bro, I'm so happy Russ is off the team. Russ was smiling after this loss against the Celtics, bro. when like we got absolutely fucked by the refs. Like the missed by the call, everything. Like I don't like, and he was smiling. Like LeBron was struggling, had a towel on his head and everything, and Russ was over here smiling. Like we cannot have that. We cannot have that. He needed to get off of the team when that happened. And he definitely needed to get off of the team when he went 2 for 16 against the Pacers. And fucking Darvin Ham let him close. That was crazy in itself. That was wild. But I'm going to recap these 2 games that the Lakers played with the new squad. And then I'm going to give my brief thoughts on tonight's game against the Pelicans. Because it is must win. And I mean must win, because we cannot lose this. The season is definitely on the line, bro. We're the 13th seed, bro. Gotta start winning games. This win 1, lose 1, win 1, lose 2, lose 3 type shit. It's not gonna fly. It's just not gonna fly. And it's not gonna get them even into the play-in with that type of win streak, I guess you could say. But they played Saturday against the Warriors, and they looked phenomenal. It was a breath of fresh air for me. It was a breath of fresh air. The team was actually playing like a team, playing like a coherent unit. You don't really see that with Russ on the team, I will say. And I didn't like Russ. Not Russ. I've been talking a lot of this shit about him that he's on my mind. I didn't like that Darvin Ham played Schroeder and D'Lo at the same time, like at starting. Because it's just... I would like Reeves. They play a lot better with Reeves. AD and LeBron, they play statistically better when the 3 of them play. AD, LeBron, and Austin Reeves. So you put that along D'Lo, that could only mean good things. I just don't see the point of having 2 ball handlers, and especially when you bring LeBron back, that'll be 3. So I think Schroeder would just be better off of the bench if you ask me, but that's just me personally. Anyways, AD had a terrible game, I will say that. He had a terrible game, but he did play really good in the 4th. You won't see that on the stat sheet, though. But he played good. He played really good defense. He was getting hacked, but still, bro was shooting all mid-range, and I was just yelling at my damn TV, bro, like, take it to the damn paint, bro. This man was shooting everything fadeaway. Everything fadeaway, I swear. 15 of those 19 shots were fadeaways. You can go look at the tape, and I promise you, like, D'Lo played really great, really consistent. I think he really controlled the game with his flow. Schroeder played really good. He not so great against the Trailblazers, but we will get into that next. Rui stepped up in the 4th, and Vanderbilt was, again, breath of fresh air to see the effort that he brought and the actual versatility that he brought. You would want to talk about all-around player. That's him, bro. He was doing it all. And I know he can't shoot threes. And when he shot that mid-range, I didn't think he was going to make it. But then he made it, and I was like, oh, holy shit. Holy shit. But yeah, I'm definitely excited for this team. Because this team is now probably what we're going to look like long term. And that's phenomenal considering that we didn't even have a future before this trade deadline. Like Russ was gonna come off the books. Everybody was gonna come off the books. And now we actually have players that are gonna still be on the books after this year that we can trade as assets, and all of the players, or most of the players that are free agents, are really retainable. And I think most of them will come back. I think Lonnie's probably going to be gone because he's starting to fall out the rotation, and he probably is the odd man out with all of the new additions. But you know, I can't say that I trust Ham with what he's gonna do because his rotations have not been so hot this year. They really not. They've really been kind of bad at times. Like for instance, we have D'Lo at the 2 and Schroeder at the 1. Now I have no problem with Russell at the 2. When he was with the Lakers in his first 2 years, I actually liked him when they played him at the 2. I can see why you put them at the 2, and I can also see why Ham starts them together because they're both different in their games, and they're both like, what's the word? They contrast each other. But I think Reeves is just a better fit than Schroeder because yes, the starting lineup looks really good when Schroeder drops 26 points on 7 for 12 shooting and 3 for 4 from 3, and D'Lo does his thing. But when we have a game like the Trailblazers, not so hot. You see? Not so hot when Schroeder lets Damian Lillard go for 40 and 30 in the first half. Not so hot. But last thing about the Warriors, the defense was really good for the Lakers. And the scheme that Darvin Ham came up with was really good. They wasn't letting the bigs, or they was letting the bigs shoot. They were sagging back because the bigs weren't going to shoot, and it worked. The bigs kept setting multiple illegal screens, and when they did shoot, they missed. And when they were open, if they didn't shoot, they'd pass it, and that's just a win for the defense, you know. And I mean, you can see they shot 27% from 3. And that was good. I did think that when Poole was going crazy in the fourth, that it was going to be very scary for us because, bro, it was very scary. But luckily, the Lakers were able to cap off the dub because it was much needed, and much needed at that because they got their ass smacked, bro. They got their ass smacked the very next week, and that's just you can't have this. You can't have this. Now, I understand Portland had like an unseen night from 3. Like, there's probably not much any team could do. If they shot 48%, damn near 49% from 3, they'd be favored to win the championship. Like, yeah, they had Matisse Thybulle hitting 4 threes, bro. He hit 4 of 6 threes. The scouting report is to let him shoot. And we let him shoot. And he made it. Everybody was making it. Everybody was making threes. Lillard, I understand the 40. But Thybulle, bro, the 4 threes unheard of. Everybody. Watford, I don't know if he's a 3-point shooter or not because I don't watch much Trailblazers games. If any of you guys do watch Trailblazers games and know about him, please let me know. But I don't think he's a 3-point shooter. But everybody was getting in on the action, man, from 3-point shots, man. Everybody was getting in, and it was the Darvin Ham definitely waited too late to double team Lillard. Like, he let him get way too hot. But then again, once they did double team him, he did pass to the open person like Thybulle, and they hit the shot. So theoretically, if he did that shit earlier, I don't know, bro. It is what it is. They lost. It's a loss on our record. They gotta move on to the next one and definitely win tonight because, again, must win. AD playing like shit these last couple of games, man. He needs to get it together. I understand the rebounding and defense is great, but AD needs to play like the star that he is respected as, like he gets credited as. Because 8 for 18, 19 points is not cutting it. As the go-to guy in a must, it was kind of must win to move up in the standings and get the tiebreaker against the Trailblazers. It's he didn't show up. He let Eubanks give him the work, not on offense, but Eubanks was holding him on the defensive end, because 19 points is not cutting it. And again, he went 5 for 19 against the Warriors. Now, we won in that game, so it didn't matter, but they got their ass smacked in this game, so, it's highlighted. The only plus to take away from this was Beasley got his shot going, because he went 0 for 6 against the Warriors from 3, and he was not making any shots. Luckily, the shot was going in. Hopefully he gets some confidence from that, because, again, we're going to need it tonight against the Pelicans, because it's must-win territory. It's just must-win. They have put themselves in this position to win these games. They're what are they, bro? I think they're 20. I know they got 26 wins. I think they're 26 and 32, right? They're 26 and 32 in 13th place. They got to win against the Pelicans. They're 30 and 28. They're 7th in the conference, I'm pretty sure. And it's just the win is needed to keep the season alive. It's needed for the pick swap, and it's needed to bring the Pelicans down a little bit. Zion's not playing tonight, so again, AD, you better show up. LeBron should play tonight. I'm hoping he plays. I'm going to be very upset if he does not play tonight against the Pelicans, but then plays in the All-Star game. But, speaking of that, AD not playing in the All-Star game, pretty good silver lining if you ask me, because he needs that rest. He's not looking like himself at all. And these games, bro, they're letting them slip. And there's 24 games left in the season, man. The season is getting closer and closer to over, man. Like, they got to start getting these wins. But nonetheless, man, we're going to get into the most craziest trade deadline of all time, in my opinion. I had Twitter going off, man. All the post notifications going crazy, man. I had Woj, Shams, and Chris Haynes, all of them on post notifications, bro. Because, gotta know, I was lifting in the gym at the same time and listening and seeing all the news, and I was like, wow. We had a quiet trade season all year, but then the trade deadline hit, man. Everybody was wheeling and dealing, man. Everybody was wheeling and dealing. But we're going to get into the Lakers trades first. First up, man, the most spiciest one. Russell Westbrook goes to the Utah Jazz for, I guess, Russell Juan, I'm not pronouncing the last name, Damian Jones, and then the 2027 first-round pick, and it's top 4 protected, bro. Top 4 protected. Rob pulled off a motherfucking steal, bro. Like, in my eyes, bro, this is the equivalent trade to the Seahawks pulling off the Russell Wilson trade to the Broncos. And I'm a Seahawks fan. This is the equivalent, bro, because all year, bro, I was hearing that a Russell trade, we had to give up 2 first-round picks. We had to give up 1 in order to give Westbrook to that team, and 1 to get players back in return. And you mean to tell me Rob only gave up 1 first-round pick, not to mention that it's top 4 protected? Like, you can't make this up. You cannot make this up. And in return, bro, we got D'Lo. When I first saw it was only D'Lo, I was hyped, bro. But then when I got the later tweets later that Malik Beasley and Jared Vanderbilt is coming, bro, are you kidding me? Like, we gave up Russell Westbrook, who he does not fit on the team. Nobody wants him in the league. And we got 3 starter-level players. 3, bro. Like, come on. This is undebatable. This is a steal. I don't know what the Timberwolves were thinking. Honestly, bro, I'm just now realizing that I didn't type in the Timberwolves part of the trade, but they got Mike Conley and a second-round pick, I'm pretty sure. Not sure what the Timberwolves were thinking about D'Lo or giving up D'Lo for like a bag of chips. Obviously, they weren't interested in re-signing him, but hey, I'm here to tell you that we are. D'Lo used to be my favorite player when I was a Lakers fan as a kid, and motherfucker is back on the Lakers, bro. Like, let's get it. He is much more mature than when he was on the Lakers before, and you can see it. Like, you can see it. I'm so happy. One, to see what the roster is now. Like, we actually got a future. Even if things don't go right this season, which, again, I would like to make the playoffs, but even then, it's a much more better scenario than if we had Russ on the team and we did not make the playoffs. If that happened, bro, that's doomsday scenario. Doomsday scenario. We at least have players on this team, like a future that we can build if things go south. You know what I'm saying? But again, I don't know what the Timberwolves were thinking. Maybe it's because they think the chemistry with Mike Conley and Rudy Gobert is gonna be good. Now, granted, I know they got a huge win against the Mavericks the other night. I'm not sure how well Conley played, but I know they got a huge win against the Mavs, even though Kyrie dropped 26, man. 26 in the fourth. Like, that's insane. Yeah, literally insane. Literally insane. But I'm giving the Lakers an A+ because undebatable, bro. It's undebatable. I'm giving the Jazz a B because they're now rebuilding. They're accepting it. They're taking in Russell. They're taking on the $47 million, and they're gonna use it as cap space in the summer, which is what I think is genius. I might be biased, but I thought it was a genius idea. If you're rebuilding and want to get back in the mix, or like the Jazz and you're like retooling type shit. The Timberwolves, I give them a D+. I give them a D+ because I genuinely don't know what they were thinking about D'Lo. But maybe I bump it up to a C- because it might look better than what I imagined. But still, they still really didn't get anything for D'Lo. I would have thought they could have got more, but again, I'm not a GM. Next trade that the Lakers made, we got Mo Bamba and Davon Reed in the second-round pick. Now, what's funny is that whenever I watched the Nuggets game that the Lakers played them, whenever I saw Davon Reed play, I was like, oh, this motherfucker's ass. Every time he touched the ball, he shot the ball, it's like, oh, he's ass. He's ass. And now he's on my team. Now, when they traded Thomas Bryant and I got the notification like in the morning, I was like, what are we doing? Like, why? And then it came out that he requested the trade because he wasn't getting the role that he wanted and promised. And then I understood that. And then we got Mo Bamba. I think that's a really good trade. We gave up Pat Beverly and the second-round pick. Or we didn't give the second-round pick. That's coming from Denver. But we did give up cash considerations to the Magic, too, for Mo Bamba. He's going to be really solid, I think. Really solid addition. He's probably going to be coming off the bench. Me, personally, if I did a starting lineup, I would have D'Lo at the 1, Reeves at the 2, LeBron at the 3, AD at the 4, and Mo Bamba at the 5. You couldn't tell me nobody is scoring in the paint. And if they did, it's like a one-time thing. That's like there would be so much rim protection. The defense would be so solid. And I think only good things to come from it. But Ham is probably going to stick with Schroeder and D'Lo, which, again, hopefully they play good tonight. Because they did not play, well, D'Lo played solid. Schroeder did not play good at all. But, again, they need to step up tonight because the season is falling, the season is slipping, and they need this win tonight to feel good going into the All-Star week. And the Nuggets get Thomas Bryant. I think that's a really good pickup for them. Now, granted, he's definitely not going to be playing very much in the playoffs because we all know they got the MVP on their roster. They got Jokic. He's playing like 40 minutes in the playoffs, which only leaves like so much time for Thomas Bryant, you know. And the Clippers got Bones Highland. I don't think Bones Highland is very good, but that's just me. Now, they only gave up 2 second-round picks to get him. So, I mean, I guess if you're giving up 2 second-round picks to get Bones, that's not bad. I just think he's too inconsistent of a player. And every time I watch him, bro, he jacks up the most wildest shots, the most wildest three-point shots you would ever see. And he never makes them. He might make one, like, every now and then. But I swear, it's, like, rarely that he makes them. But watch me now that I say that he gonna make a bunch when he plays the Lakers next on the Clippers. But that's a conversation for another day. The next trade that we got is the motherfucking blockbuster. The trade that hit me at 1:00 in the morning was this. Now, actually, before we get into this, I think I forgot to give off my grades for this. I'm giving the Lakers an A, the Nuggets an A, the Magic a C+, because, to be honest, I don't understand the whole point of trading Mo Bamba for Pat Bev, and then you're going to waive him. But that's just me. The Clippers get a B+, because, again, I'm not a fan of Bones, but, again, you only give 2 second-round picks. The next one, again, blockbuster. The Suns, man, I'm giving them an A- as much as it hurts me to say this because I hate the Suns, man. I hate the Suns. They're not the team that I root for at all. I'm giving the Suns an A-. They definitely get an A-. They're definitely upgrading. But me personally, call me a hater, call it a hot take, I don't know. I don't think they're doing anything this year. I don't think they're winning it. When I first saw that trade, my first thought was they're not winning it this year. They don't have enough depth. Now, I could be hating, but I don't think I am. Chris Paul always chokes in the playoffs. So, what makes me think that that's not going to happen again? I don't know. But they got Kevin Durant, TJ Warren. They're definitely going to get out of the play-in mix and into the top 6 mix. The Nets, I'm giving them a B-. At first, I didn't understand, I didn't like the trade. But I kind of like the trade now. They're getting a shit ton of first-round picks and second-round picks, and they're getting Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson, who are really good players, especially Mikal Bridges. Now, when you look at this, it kind of makes you think about the Kyrie trade differently. Now, as a Lakers fan, I understand why they didn't take the Lakers deal, because they're still trying to be good. They don't have their picks. They're not trying to be ass. They're not trying to rebuild. They're still trying to be good and make the playoffs, and at least make the play-in and do something. They were the 4th seed when they traded them. I don't know what they are now. I'm actually going to go look at that, because I'm actually kind of curious to know. But yeah, they're probably going to flip some of the players they have now. I saw that they're going to try to flip Ben Simmons in the offseason. That is not happening. I don't know who's going to take his $35+ million contract. That's not happening. So yeah, they're 5th. Solid. They're probably going to be in the playoffs. Whether that is the top 6 seed or they make it through the play-in tournament, I think they'll be in there. So I'm giving them a B-. The Bucks, I give them a B- too, because they're getting Jay Crowder. And solid pickup, I think. I can give him his props now that he's not on the Suns. But he's definitely an inconsistent player, but he tends, or it seems like whenever he first joined the team, that's when he plays his best. Especially like the first year with the Heat when they went to the finals in 2020. The first year when he was with the Suns, he went to the finals again in 2021. So yeah. And then the Pacers, I'm giving them a B+. They're getting a bunch of people that they don't really care about, but they're getting second round picks, cash considerations. They're getting future assets, and they're not really giving up anything. So again, B- for them. B+ for them. Anyways, next trade. Clippers getting Mason Plumlee, and the Hornets are getting Reggie Jackson and a 2028 second round pick. I'm giving the Clippers a B because it definitely upgrades their center position. They now have a backup big that can fill in for Zubac when he's not playing and when he's off the court. And the Hornets, I'm giving them a C because I don't understand the trade. I don't understand the trade. You get a future second round pick. That's cool. They got Reggie Jackson and they immediately bought him out. He's with the Nuggets now. I don't understand the trade. Plumlee might be an expiring contract, and that might be why. I don't know his contract off the top of my head, but I would have thought you would try to get something more for him, considering he was their starting center in such a key role for them. But they are really bad, so it don't really matter. The next trade that the Hornets are involved in again, the 76ers are getting Jalen McDaniels and 2 future second-round picks. I'm giving them a C, solid pickup on the wing. The Hornets are getting Svi Mikhailuk for 2 future-round picks, future second-round picks. Damn, it's kind of a tongue twister as well. And the Trailblazers are getting Cam Reddish, Matisse Thybulle, Ryan, I don't know how to say his last name, and a 2020 first-round pick from New York. And the Knicks are getting Josh Hart. A really solid pickup for the Knicks. I'm giving them an A. Again, I'm probably biased because I'm a fan of Josh Hart. I've still been a fan of his, even since he's left the Lakers. He's just always been a favorite of mine. He's just a grit and grind player that always gives effort, defense, offense, all of that. Now the Trailblazers, before the other night, I had them at a D. And they really made me regret putting that grade down. So maybe we'll give them a C-, but I think the Cam Reddish is a solid pickup. But I just think losing Josh Hart is that big of, I guess, loss for them, because I just think he was that good for 3-point shooting and all of that for them. And but the Knicks got him. I think they're gonna be better. I think they're gonna upgrade, maybe get out of the play-in mix. So that's why I give them an A. And the Hornets, I give them a D because every young player that they draft, it seems like they trade away, or they just let them walk. And you can just add Jalen McDaniels to that list. So that's why I give them a D. And 76ers, I give them a C. I don't know if I said that already, but I think I said that for the Sixers. Next trade, we got the Clippers. Again, they were kind of busy trying to copy the Lakers, as they always do. But they got Eric Gordon, 3 future second-round picks. Where the Rockets got John Wall, Danny Green, and a protected pick swap from the Clippers. And the Grizzlies got Luke Kennard. Personally, I don't think Luke Kennard is that great of a player, because every time that the Clippers make the playoffs, tell me why he never plays. He plays no defense. He's really good at 3-point shooting, but that's all that he does. He's basically a glorified Duncan Robinson to me. But I give the Grizzlies a C+. He's gonna upgrade their 3-point shooting, but not that big of a pickup in the end. The Rockets, I give them an A because they were looking for a future. I don't know if that's a first round pick for the pick swap, but if it is, A. If it's not, B. But I mean, I'm sure it's a protected pick swap for the first round pick, and that's what they were looking for in Eric Gordon this whole season and last season, and they got what they was looking for. And the Clippers, I give them a B because Eric Gordon is going to help them down the stretch and probably in the playoffs. When I say in the playoffs, I mean make the playoffs because we know they're not doing anything in the playoffs. But next, very minor trade. The Celtics got Mike Muscala and the Thunder got Justin Jackson and 2 future second-round picks. I give the Celtics an A because they like to run very spaced out offense with their bigs that can shoot as well, and Mike Muscala can do that, so they're definitely sticking to their blueprint. And I give the Thunder a B because, again, they personally probably don't think much of him. Like, he's probably not, they weren't going to re-sign him after this year, so they got assets for him. They got future second round picks. Sam Presti's getting in the mix, still cooking. The Pelicans, I give them a B+ for getting Josh Richardson. And the Spurs, I give them an A- for getting Devontae Graham and all those second-round picks. Because the Pelicans-wise, I give them a B+, because really great player for what they gave up. Me personally, I don't think they gave up that much. 2 second-round picks isn't that much. I mean, two second-round picks, 4 future second-round picks. Not that much. And Devontae Graham is a player that they gave a very big contract to for no reason that they were finally able to get rid of. And not to mention that Josh Richardson can play defense and can shoot streakily. Every now and then he can shoot. But yeah, very solid pickup. Spurs, I give them an A- because they're trying to tank for Wemby. And they got assets on top of that for giving out their players that they're trying to sell. The next trade, we got the 4-team trade that almost fell through. The Pistons are getting James Wiseman. The Warriors are getting they're getting Gary and Payton. The Warriors are getting Gary Payton II and 3 future second-round picks from Atlanta. The Hawks are getting Sadiq Bey, and the Trailblazers are getting Kevin Knox and 5 future second-round picks. I gave the Pistons a B+ because they like taking chances on busts like this, and I think it's a very solid pickup, very solid chance I would say that they're giving him. Good shot. For the amount of players or assets that they're giving up. They probably didn't think that much of Sadiq Bey for their core roster moving forward, so that's why they moved him. And if James Wiseman turns into something like the star he was projected to be in Detroit, that's a plus. But definitely a solid trade for them. The Warriors, I give them an A- because they're getting Gary Payton back, and they need him back. I was saying this whole year that losing Otto Porter, yeah, that's how you say it. I don't know why I thought I was saying his name wrong, but losing him and Gary Payton was huge losses for them because they played such a huge role for them in the finals. And they're now getting one of those 2 players back, and I think it can only help them. He plays phenomenal defense. Now, granted, he can't do anything on the offensive end, but it works great in the Warriors offense because they know how to scheme it around it. But the Hawks, I give them a B because I think it's a solid Solid pickup for Sadiq Bey. They only gave up 2 second-round picks. That's solid, and it's only going to improve their team. Now, granted, they're still mid. They're still not probably going to do anything very much. But again, a solid pickup. If you're a Hawks fan, I'd be happy with that. Now the Trailblazers, I'm sticking with this one. I'm not wavering even after the blowout that the Lakers had. I'm giving them an F. I'm giving them an F because I think Gary Payton was that is that good for them defensive wise, but I guess they probably didn't mesh well. Probably had a bad relationship, especially with the medical staff. If they were lying about his injury and wanted him to play on some shots that numbs the pain. So that's probably why they had to get rid of him. But again, it's an F for me, dog. It's an F for me. Next trade, the Suns got Darius Paisley, and the Thunder got Dario Saric and a second-round pick in cash considerations. I'm giving the Suns a B-, and the Thunder a C. It gives the Suns some youth, some depth, if you want to call it that. I have not watched much Thunder games, so I couldn't tell you much about how Paisley has been this year, but definitely some solid length for them in the Thunder. Again, C. They get a second-round pick in cash considerations. Not much there. Definitely just another mid-trade that, you see some trades make, or some teams make. Next trade, we got the Raptors getting back Jakob Poeltl. I think that's how you say it. And the Spurs get Keen Birch, a first-round pick for 2024 and 2 future second-round picks. I give the Raptors a C because I don't know what they're doing. It was rumored, like the past month, that they were going to blow it up. And it was looking like they should blow it up because they're outside the play-in tournament. And I'm pretty sure they still are outside of the play-in tournament. And they go for this trade. They gave up a first-round pick that I just think was so unnecessary to give up for Jakob. I don't know why they would do that. They're going all in with this roster that is outside the plane. It makes no sense. The Spurs, I give them a B+ because it's a very solid trade for them. Again, they're tanking for Wemby, and they're getting more assets. They got a future first-round pick, and hey, that could even be good for them. Who knows how the Raptors will be in 2024? That might be a terrible trade for them. It could happen. It could happen because things do not look great in Toronto right now, I must say. But the last trade we have is the Mavs getting Kyrie and Markieff Morris, and the Nets getting Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith, and first-round pick in 2029 and 2 future second-round picks. I give the Mavs an A and the Nets a C+ because very mid package, I think, but hey, they're good players. They got a good team now. By good, I mean like they got a they're one of those teams now that just has a whole bunch of good role players. They don't have one star, so that could work out for them this season wise, but very underrating or very underwhelming, I should say, package for the Nets. And the Mavs, great for them. Although it was Kyrie came out and said, I think yesterday, a reporter asked him, like his thoughts on staying with the Mavs or something like that. and he was like, I don't want to answer any of those questions. It'll be a distraction to the team or something like that, which has my eyes raised, bro. My eyebrows are raised. And I mean, hey, you can never predict what Kyrie's gonna do. So yeah, he could leave the Mavs, but for now, solid pickup, and I think it'll be good things for them this season wise, because Luka got the second star that he's been asking for. So yeah. Next up, we're gonna be talking about how Patrick Mahomes. That's what I was gonna say. Patrick Mahomes is him. He is him. I'm telling you. I had a bet with my friend, bro. He texted me that I got the Eagles, and I said I got the Chiefs, and we bet money on it. And when the Eagles were up 21 or 24-14, man, I was like, oh my goodness, this is looking so bad. This is looking so bad. But I was joking, bro. I was like, watch out, this is the Mahomes ankle game. And man, I called that. I called that. Like, I saw the future, bro. Like just like I was LeBron, bro. Like, I saw that, and I called that. I called that before it happened. Give me my props, because motherfucker is him. Motherfucker is him. To say what he has done this far into his career, and it being this short, is crazy to me. Because in, like, I'm pretty sure 5 seasons of starting, he's made it to five AFC championship games and 3 Super Bowls. Not to mention he's won 2 of them. Like, he's definitely gonna win more rings, and we have no idea. I'm just saying it's really looking like he's coming into, I'm not gonna say GOAT yet, but he's definitely going to put himself up there in, like, those type of quarterbacks, and like the top 5 of all time type shit. He's definitely gonna be up there. Now, GOAT, let's see if he can get to around 7 rings first, before we start saying that. But Patrick Mahomes is definitely him. He's definitely him. That ankle injury, man. Like, I injured my ankle, like, I don't even know, I think it was a year ago. I had a high ankle sprain and a low ankle sprain, and bro, I swear to you, bro, in the moment, I was grabbing my ankle because I thought I did what Gordon Hayward did against the Cavs, bro. Like, I was in pain, bro. Like, I was struggling. Now, this motherfucker just walked off, said, I got this, I'm fine, and won the game. Single-handedly won them the game. Played through all of the pain and won the game. I mean, like, I don't know what to say, because, you know, I mean, like, it was speechless, bro. Speechless, because I don't know what to say. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that the Chiefs are a dynasty. It's pretty undeniable, even if you hate the Chiefs. And I'm not even a Chiefs fan. I'm a Seahawks fan. And they actually whooped our ass this year. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Patrick Mahomes didn't even play one of his great games. Like, he played just he played just a game manager game. Like, he threw for 182 yards, but still had a high completion percentage. But yeah, and I think that the defense for the Eagles played very iffy, because you had an injured Mahomes moving the ball up the field like it was nothing. But if the Hurts fumble doesn't happen, we're probably saying that the Eagles are Super Bowl champions, because that fumble led to a touchdown, 6 points. That was a very crucial game in a 3-point win. But one thing we got to talk about is that the refs ruined the Super Bowl. Did they rig the Super Bowl? Me personally, I can see the argument. I can definitely see the argument. It definitely would probably hurt, even if you're an Eagles fan. But when you look at the tape, it is holding. Now, it is very, very, very iffy. And he is holding it for like a split second. But he is holding. He is got his, you can see it. His hand is on his hip. But it is what it is. It sucks that we got to say that. It is what it is. But, the Lakers lost to a bad call last week. And or 2 weeks ago, and I had to say it is what it is. And matter of fact, I made a whole live stream about it. I was so mad. But, you move on. Probably not what Eagles fans want to hear right now. But, yeah, it was a great Super Bowl. It was a great Super Bowl, I thought. Very entertaining through 4 quarters, back and forth. It was the tale of two halves. The Eagles owned the first half, but the Chiefs showed up in the second half, which is always the most important half. And Patrick Mahomes made the plays down the stretch that he needed to, especially down on that late game drive. Is there anything else I'm forgetting about the Super Bowl? I think the Eagles will be back. I don't know, back to the Super Bowl, but I think they'll be back with the intensity that they play. I don't know their whole contract situation. I don't think they're going to go 14-3 again. It might be a little regression to like 13-4, 12-5, but they'll still be really good, I think. They still got a really good quarterback for the future. Yeah, I think that's it. If y'all, thank y'all for watching this video, man, and tuning into the live stream, man. If y'all like it, man, give it a thumbs up and turn post notifications on, man. We're gonna be doing this every single week, man, discussing all our sports topics, man. Mostly NFL and NBA, because that's what I care about. But again, thank y'all, man, and I'll see y'all. Peace.